Okay, well, the root hasn't just straight up given me a bad end. So... it should be fine. Probably. Matosoken is standing there. His figure just like before. His body, which Archer sliced in two before my eyes, is whole once more. The old magus that could only wait for death is laughing, as if that event was an illusion. I don't know how he did it, but if he really did recover from that state, it's more on a level of restoration than recovery. It's not just healing a wound. It takes great magic to restore a piece of one's body that has been lost. Then, isn't this called immortality? He's gonna have to give you the lecture he gave Assassin. Because it's not quite. Beat you black and blue with it? Probably. I stand there pointing the strengthened stick at Zoken. I can't charge at Zoken, nor can I retreat to follow Saber. If Zoken's immortal, a scrap of wood will never be able to match him. Something is squirming around the old magus as he speaks. No, it's not just his surroundings. The darkness itself is moving, blocking the moonlight. I can tell, even though I can't see them. The darkness is probably swarms of worms. The walls of this temple are covered in something darker than the darkness itself. This space is filled with the sound of creeping worms and the smell of rotten meat. I mean, we did. It's obvious that he's enjoying this. I can't fight off thousands of worms with just one stick. Or with just this stick. I'll be swallowed in those worms when Soken gives the order. Or maybe I might be able to escape if I sprint for the exit. They're just worms, even if it is a horde of them. Shiro, I don't... you know, Shiro, that's a nice thought, but I highly doubt it. It should take them more than a few seconds to kill a human being. Sure. Yeah, totally. How about none of the above? That's my choice. Humph. It seems he has no intention of letting me go. The worms increase in number as we stand here glaring at one another. Then... oh, yes, actually. This is perfect. Because if we use the command spell, it will teleport Saber, which will pull her out of the muck. Yeah, that should work. Should I use the command spell? I don't think Saber will lose to Assassin. But the situation is too ominous. We're fighting this ancient monster. It's too dangerous to have Saber by herself.
Oh,
yeah, a little bit of one. Just maybe. He laughs, mocking me. He's looking down on me, not caring what plan I have. Fine. Laugh all you want. If the command spell can answer the Master's wish, I'm ready to use them all to bring Saber here. Saber! I concentrate on my left hand while glaring at Zoken. I have only one command. To summon Saber to my side. Even if he realizes what's happening, it's too late. Heat lights up on my left hand. The concentrated magical energy is released as I wish, and... the command spell loses its color with a slight pain. That's not good. I want to think it's because I failed. I want to think that I used it wrong, because I don't know how to use it.
どうやらことは済んだようじゃの。脅かしおって、寿命が10年ほど縮んだぞ。
Oh, you're already rotting. Don't even give me the short end of my life. He laughs. I hear wind in the distance, like a death cry. I feel a pain on my left hand. My left hand is prickling. My command spell loses its heat, as if it's bleeding. I have a bad feeling. I have a bad feeling. I have a bad feeling. The pain on my left hand. The sound of wind has stopped. The old Magus is laughing with murderous intent that's almost visible.
いや、紛れもない現実よ。お主もマスターならばわかろう。オノガサーバントがこの世から消滅した事実がな。
X'd out. My brain stops. My vision freezes. What is this guy saying?
何をほけておる。セーバーは死んだ。隠したと侮ったアサシンに敗れた。そんなこともわからんのか、小僧。
What the hell is he talking about? My left hand hurts. My left hand certainly hurts. But my command spell is still there. It's fading, but it's still there. Then, Saber should be coming here any second now.
ではしまいにするか。当坂の小娘はまだ使い道があるがな。お前はこれで用済みよ、小僧。セーバーともども我が聖地で死に絶えるがよい。言ってんじゃねえぞ、てめえ
I run. I charge at the enemy in front of me, as if to shake off the ominous thought and the pain on my left hand. I charge at Zoken and swing my weapon with full force. I swing my weapon down onto his head. But something obstructs me, and my whole body is flung away. My back slams against the wall. I must have been hit in the stomach as I can't breathe. My back is numb, as if scorched with fire. I hear worms crawling about by my ear. The worms by the wall scatter to avoid being crushed by my landing. Even the squirming sounds of a mocking tone.
間に合ったか、アサシン。 では小僧の始末もお主に任せよう。セーバーに比べれば楽な作業。ゆるりと楽しむがいい。
Zoken disappears. And in his place, a white skull mask is smiling in the darkness. That must be the servant assassin. An assassin with a black outfit and a white mask. Appropriate for Mato Zoken. I'm going to die. Pain on my left hand. My numb mind. My heart accepts the death coming in the next moment and pounds loudly. And I accept the weapons thrown at my forehead, throat, heart, and stomach. Oh, I knew it couldn't have. I knew this couldn't have been the bad end, because they usually never put interludes during bad ends. So I was like, no, there's no way. A flash of silver light repels the weapons. The 4 daggers that tried to take my life were blocked with a sword. There's only one person who would do such a thing. My left hand still hurts. The command spell is still there. Then...
Saber! バカめ、しくじりおったのか。
I raise my head. The one who has come to protect me from the white masked servant is... Okay. I mean, I mean, Shinji wants to kill us himself, I assume. That, or Ryder is doing this of her own volition. A servant dressed in black, just like Assassin.
Right.
There's no doubt about it. This is Shinji's servant, Ryder. Why is she here, and why did she save me?
おのれ、わしに逆らうか。構わぬアサシン。邪魔をするのなら、そやつもしますせい。
The skull answers Zoken's screamed command. The long hair flutters. Ryder silently turns to Assassin and... she confronts the daggers that are fired like rain. They move too quickly for mere human eyes to follow. The masked figure leaps about the temple. Or leaps about the temple. I think I said leaks. He jumps from the wall to the ceiling, then from the ceiling to the floor, hurling daggers from each position. Coming from all directions, the daggers can neither be blocked nor avoided. The relentless onslaught carpets the floor in knives within seconds. Ryder can't manage this. I know how strong she is from the battle with Saber. Okay, to be fair, Saber's like exceedingly strong. So it's not really a fair comparison. Assassin's attack is something even Saber would have trouble blocking. It's natural for Ryder, who was defeated by Saber in one blow, not to be able to cope with the attack. The white skull mercilessly fires his weapons. It looks like an attack containing irritation. I realize the abnormality after the superiority is made clear. They have not hit her. Not a single one of the daggers has struck its target.
貴様
A voice comes from overhead. Apparently out of knives, Assassin looks down at his enemy with undisguised loathing. There. Exists one giant serpent. I can't believe it. So many. Ryder evaded the countless daggers with pure speed. It's different from when she saved me. Ryder avoided all the daggers while crawling on the ground, as if saying there was no need to repel them.
何を遊んでおるアサシン。我が孫のサーバントといえど容赦はいらん。早々に片付けんか。
I don't think he's going easy, to be honest.
それはできない。こやつ、以前とは違う。
Assassin stares at Ryder while clinging to the ceiling. Ryder is different from before. Her magical energy and coercion is on a whole new level. Even if she's still not as strong as Saber, she certainly is stronger than Assassin.
貴様、なぜ
Ryder doesn't answer, but her body sinks even lower. The instant I realize her movement is a gesture to aim at her prey. Ryder jumps up to the ceiling, and Assassin jumps down to the floor, their blades clashing in midair. Oh. She actually got him. They land facing away from each other. Ryder is unwounded. In contrast, Ryder's dagger is piercing Assassin's shoulder. Assassin tries to pull out the dagger in his shoulder. Then, with a clinking of chain links, Ryder hurls Assassin through the air. The skull mask lets out a scream of anguish. Not saying a word, Ryder continues to mercilessly swing Assassin about the room. It's just like a flail. Unable to do anything, Assassin is smashed against every surface in the room, his limbs bending in all directions. I duck to avoid Assassin coming around with a whirlwind. She is going in on him, dude. This isn't on the level of being strong. After flailing Assassin to her content, she uses centrifugal force and lets go. It's a hammer throw. Assassin, his bones broken, is thrown at a wall head first. He flies away. Like a piece of lifeless trash, the masked servant bounces through the compound, out the gate, and down the stairs, leaving a trail of blood behind him. Damn! How brutal. I'm sure servants aren't so weak as to die from that, but he should be able. But he should be unable to continue. But he should be unable to continue fighting at the very least. Zokin's presence disappears. Coward. The old Magus must think he's at a disadvantage, since he flees after snarling a curse at Ryder. The worms that were squirming in the corner disappear, following their master. Okay, but why? Why'd she... I'm brought back to the senses, I'm brought back to my senses by the pain from my stomach, where assassin hit me. Only Ryder and I are in the temple now. I take a deep breath and try to calm down. Then, I realize that the only pain I feel is in my stomach and back. Instinctively, I know what that means. I endure the dizziness as I head out to the hallway.
待ちなさい。一人で行動するのは危険です。
Yeah, but why are you here, Ryder? That's what I want to know.
お前
There's no enmity coming from Ryder. It seems she actually came to help me.
お前どうして
I don't care why she saved me. More importantly,
お前はシンジのサーバントだろう。なのにどうして俺を助けてくれたんだ。
I want to go there quickly. So why am I taking my time? Because you don't want the confirmation.
あなたを死なせてはいけないと命じられています。私は主の命に従っただけです。
I see. That's fine. I don't believe her, but it's good that I got an answer. Yeah. Even if she is telling the truth, the only reason for that was because Shinji wants to kill us himself. That's the only... I don't know. More importantly, I have to hurry and go there. I understand right away that this is a place. This is the place. The corridor is dead silent. The whole place is destroyed as if a storm passed by. In it, a small red stain on the only part of the ground that hasn't been destroyed. I can't tell whose blood this is, but my legs lose strength the instant I see it, and I crumple to my knees. I reach out and touch it. The blood is dry, and it doesn't stick to my fingers. The only thing the stain tells me is that she disappeared here.
私の役割はあなたを守ることです、シロ。
How many times did I hear that line? Those words were a comfort and a source of worry. She only cared about me, and she never said anything about protecting herself. I scratched the mark. Saber fought here and fell here. That's what happens in battle. I knew before I made a contract with her that this would be a battle to the death. I accepted the fact and took her hand, and she merely answered me. The girl who protected me, even though she was smaller than me. When I told her I wanted to put priority on the Black Shadow over the Holy Grail, she simply nodded, ignoring the premonitions of her end. And this is the result. I lost her, lost my rights as a master, and am back to being just an amateur. I'm now alone, with no means of fighting. I have to carry through with what I have to do.
なあ、行かないと。
I slowly rub the bloodstain one last time. That's it. I don't bow or thank her, and let my fingers go. Pain assails my left hand, and it disappears. The moment I acknowledge her death and say goodbye, the command spell in my left hand disappears without a trace. One does not lose the command spell just because one has lost his servant. It only disappears when the magus loses his right to be a master.
そうか。つまり俺は。
I don't know what happened here tonight. There is only one certainty. I lost Saber, and lost my rights as a master. Okay, I'm going to stop, and next time we'll see the aftermath and how Shiro deals with all this. And how Sakura's gonna probably question Shiro about where Saber went, too. Which is gonna really suck. But yeah. I'll catch y'all later.